My second body cost a lot. After I bought it, I just wore it home. Reading philosophy and gossip rags. Spending my bottom dollar on my toes. I'm a pacifist who's never not been pacified. I'm a piece of... It's a point of pride. I'm the super rich complaining I want more in life. Cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. Really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Super Bowl dreams are on the line today on the conference championship, where only one team can move on. It's the Ravens going up against the Texans. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. Can't find anyone, and down he goes. Osweiler sacked. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback?
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
All right, here we go.
Now Osweiler on second down. And he will find his man on the outside. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well, and most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And now it's second down. And here's a look at the starting offense. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Osweiler. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Trey Waynes is a very aggressive cover corner player, learning how to add off coverage to his game.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Kyler Fackrell able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Osweiler. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball. Put points on the board first and let everyone start to celebrate.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it brings up 4th down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. He's got Fuller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From midfield now, here's Osweiler. Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. Osweiler. He's got the completion to Strong. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it again with Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the Ravens taking the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And here we go on first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. It's already second and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw on third and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Completion left side to Miller. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. They come out here in the I.
Green 39! Green 39! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Now a handoff to Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Miller, the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll fall forward to the 20. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Here's Osweiler to throw. He's got time. Can't find anyone, and down he goes. Osweiler sacked. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. We talk about... And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Miller, the lone setback. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw is Osweiler. Gets it to Strong. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Now that's the way you run offense. Understanding your clock situation. Excellent job getting to the sideline and getting out of bounds. That's the way to conserve time.
On first down, Osweiler. He's going to look deep down the field. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all time. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. Third down, still 14 yards left. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Second and 10, it's Osweiler again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
13 yards there on the pickup, and the Texans are going to have a first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Miller, the lone setback. Now it's Osweiler going for the deep ball. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On second down, Osweiler underneath for Miller. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On third down, Osweiler is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and build the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So they don't get a touchdown here on this opening drive of the third quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Safarian Jenkins has it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
One receiver left, 2 to the right.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. It's a 4-receiver look all to the left side. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch. Gets his feet down. Sets up a fourth down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker? Running his route. Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Second and 5. From the gun, it's Osweiler. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer is that now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Play clock winding down. They'll set up a throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One receiver left, 2 to the right.
Let's go!
Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
When I was playing, all our defensive coaches talked about when you're near your own goal line and you're trying to stop them from getting in, your heart gets tested. What a nice play on the last down.
A lot of heart on second. Do they have the heart on third? Big play here. Third down and goal from the 2. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, my evil, reckless brother's on my shoulder screaming, go for it, but I just knocked him off. You can't do that here. Field goal's a chip shot. Take the points. No way you can let this possession end without getting some points.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch right down the pipe, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
And he didn't leave much doubt there, did he? Good snap, good hold, and that one was dead center.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Now Osweiler, he's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he puts it through. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes the Texans now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Let's go!
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. 23 yards on the play.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go. Boom, land it. Over.
On first down, Osweiler. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Now let's go.
Miller in motion right.
3-19.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Over.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Kyler Fackrell in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get... And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
No. Check. Patriots.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now out comes Houston. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. One receiver left, 3 to the right. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. One last shot for Osweiler. And he comes back with one complete. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.